In this video today, we'll be dissecting and discussing the power of thinking. Before we go into the topic proper, I want you to listen to this.
If you are not experiencing that reality and you think that you are struggling, my answer to you is simple. Immediately stop struggling and change your way of thinking. You say, is it that simple? Yes. Believe me, it is that simple. Don't even try to catch any idea. No. Relax. Let the struggle stop. Just let the struggle stop. You say, I'm not struggling anymore. Then introduce to yourself the mind of a child. You know what that mind is? A carefree mind. It is carefree. It has no cares. It has no worries. No consciousness of need. I told you, it's one of the things I love doing. You know, there are thoughts that can come to me because I can see the world of needs and wants. I see the world. And anytime thoughts try to come to me like, what about, I just repel them. I don't like to think like I need. What if? No, I don't give a chance to such things. What if? I'm still with that mind that doesn't think about what he will eat, what he will wear, no, I don't have a need. What if you don't get the money for? I refuse to think like that. I repel such thoughts. I repel them. I don't accommodate them. Don't think like me. Because I've been on the journey of being trained to think in divine communications. Don't think like men. And so worry. No, I'm just thinking, we have targets. You have targets. So, which target are you having without God? You better leave it alone. Because every target you're trying to hit without God is useless. You're wasting time. It's not going to work anyway. So the sooner you change your way of doing things, the better. You don't have any targets without God. He and I are partners. So you suddenly become a partner with God in making things work.
You see, our thinking pattern is everything for us in life. The way a man thinks determine how far he can go, determine how high he can go. You see, there are two thinking patterns in our life. The first one, which is slow, which is intuitive, and which is emotional and automatic. That is the first type of the part of our brain. Then the second part of it is the one that is very slow, analytical, and logical. You see, because most times our experiences works with the first thinking pattern, which is the intrusive in the emotional the pattern that makes us escape accidents, that makes us go into the dark and want to react to anything that looks like a long rope, like to be a snake. It is very fast. It is very quick. But if we rely on that 100%, we will make a lot of mistakes. If you say 1 plus 1 is, of course, is equals to 2, that is the emotional thinking pattern. That is what is at work. That is the emotional part of our mind, the emotional part of our brain. That is that's what is at work. Then, if you now go into additional mathematics, higher mathematics, that is when the analytical part of it, which is the slow, it comes into play, because the emotional part is it cannot really phantom such exercises. But as humans, of course, did not make mistake to create both, or to put both mindset into us, or brain path, which is the left side and the right side of the brain, the logical and the emotional. As quick as the emotional part of our brain works, it makes a lot of mistake. And as slow as our logical part of our brain works, it is slow. But the two needs to come together for us to become better humans. We need to change the way we think. We need to develop both the logical and the emotional part of our brain to become better people. And that's why the Bible says that in Proverbs, that as a man thinketh, so he is he. And that is why we need God, we need our Creator to be our everything. We need to work with now and not tomorrow and not yesterday. Yesterday is gone. You can actually do nothing about it. Today is only what you have. And if you live on what is happening today, of course, you make the best decision of your life. And you also need to live as somebody that totally depends on God. And that's why the Bible says that you should not bother yourself about tomorrow. That just concentrate on today. There's enough challenges for today. And if we construct our mind, if we direct our mind to today's affair, of course, we'll get tremendous result that will take us to a place that we'll never imagine. If you don't concentrate on today, is it tomorrow that you don't have any power about, or yesterday that you don't even, that is gone? So there's every need for us to put on the right thinking pattern. There's every need for us to build according to God's pattern. And what is God's pattern? God's pattern said we should not worry about yesterday. We should not worry about tomorrow. We should only concentrate on today. And that is how children think. They think of now. They don't think of what has passed. They can't hardly even talk about tomorrow. So that is how we are wired to become the best version of ourselves. I believe that this video has gone a long way to make you think just for today and don't worry about tomorrow. See you in my next video. God bless you.